Hello friends, I'm Professor Imran. Today we are going to study call by reference and the concept of pointer. But before we study call by reference, let's try and understand what exactly happened in call by value and why do we need to use call by reference. So, going back to the concept of call by value, let me explain you. Integer a is equal to 40 and b is equal to 30. What happens when you declare this? Basically, two memory locations are randomly picked and they've been assigned with a name A and a name B. And a value is assigned to it, that is 40 and 30. Now both these memory locations, they have address. So let's assume address of this particular memory location is 65524 and that for B is 65522. Now what happened in call by value? In the call by value program, we wanted to swap the values of A and B in the function called function. So the called function was swap, and we were passing the values A and B to this function swap. It's a user defined function. So when you pass the value of A and when you pass the value of B in the function swap, we have two variables, that is integer x and integer y, to collect these values. So what happens when the value has been passed to this x and this value has been passed to y? So now the two memory locations are taken in the memory of C. The name is assigned to them as x and y, and these values, like value of A and value of B, when they are passed, they are copied to this memory location, that is 40 and 30. Now when you write instructions in this swap program to interchange the value of x and y, they would certainly be interchanged, but you got to remember that x with this memory location has a different address. So let's assume that address is 65518 and that of y is 65520. Now when you interchange the value of x and y would certainly be 40 and x would be 30. But if you have a good look at it, this x and y are different locations and A and B are different locations. So even if you interchange the value in this called function, the values of A and B in the function main would remain unchanged. They will not get interchanged because simply a copy of 40 is done in X and that of 30 is done in Y. And when you interchange, the interchange is taking place in the called function. Now, in order to overcome this, if we desire to swap the values in the called function and if we want the same to reflect in the main function as well, in that case, rather than passing the values 40, we need to pass, rather than passing the values of A and B, we need to pass the address of A and B. Well, how can we do that? Let's see. So, as we have mentioned here, swap integer x, integer y. Now x and y will not receive the value of a and b, rather they'll be receiving the address of a, that will go to x, and address of b will go to y. Because x and y are now going to get the address of a and b, they are not going to be normal variables, but they are going to be pointer variables. So how do you declare them? While passing, I will call the function swap. I will pass the value of A and B. This time it is going to be address of A and address of B. So when you pass them to the swap function, in swap you will accept it as swap integer star x, integer star y. Now the star x and star y indicate that x is not the normal variable, but it is a pointer variable. So is y. So now x is ready to accept address of A and y is ready to accept address of B. By doing that, what exactly are we doing? So let's understand that as well. This is a block with A. This is a block with B. So you have 40 here, You have 30 here, and again the address 65524 and 65522. This time, as I have declared x as a pointer variable and y as a pointer variable, so when I pass the address of A to x, x is going to have 65524 and y will have 65522. Now, when you use the instructions to swap the values of x and y, basically you are going to use instructions like this. I'll use an extra variable z, and when I write star y, this means value at address that is there in y is loaded in z. Now what is the address in y? The address in y is 65522. And what is the value at this particular address? It is 30. So 30 is loaded in z. Then the next instruction is going to be star x will be assigned to star y. Now what is star x? Value at address of x. So the address at x is 65524. That is address of A. So what is the value? 40. Now that 40 will be loaded into value at address that is there in y. So y has address 65522, which is address of B. So this number 40, which was there in A, will be loaded on this address 65522. Now that is nothing but at B. So 40 comes here. Now Z had 30, which was value at address 65522. So that value from Z will now be loaded into X. So smartly what we have done is we have interchanged the values 30 and 40 by exchanging the content at this specific address into this and this specific address into this. Now when you happen to print the value at x and the value at y, we'll find at x it will be 30 and at y it will be 40. So basically, when you print the value, so you will find that A has become 30 and B has become 40. You can find this happening in the main as well as in the called function. Well, this was possible only because rather than passing the values of A and B, we have passed the address of A and address of B. This method of swapping the contents using the address is called as call by reference. To understand the same, let's quickly write the program for swapping using call by reference. So here we go. Let's quickly write hash include stdio.h hash include conio.h. After that, we need to declare the user defined function. So name of the user defined function that I am using is swap and its return type is void because it is not going to return any value. So void swap, and because I'm going to pass address from main, so I'll write integer star. This is an indication of a pointer variable, comma integer star, because I'm going to pass address of two variables. Now starts the definition of main. So void main, I'll declare two variables, integer a comma b. Then comes the normal statements, that is clr scr. This function is to erase the previous results. After doing that, let me write a statement printf enter values for a and b backslash n double quote complete bracket complete semicolon. Now to accept the values of a and b, scanf %d for a, %d for b double quote complete comma and A and B. So whatever value you enter through keyboard, the first value will go to A and the second value will go to B. So the values are now been scanned. Now I want to call the function swap. So swap, and this time I'm going to pass the address of A and address of B. After the swapping is over, when I come back to the main function, I shall print the values of A and B. So value of A is equal to %d \n. Value of B is equal to %d, double quotes complete, comma, and here I'll mention A comma B. And then comes get ch, which is used to keep the result on the screen after the program has been run. And now we will define the called function, that is swap. So void swap, because we are passing address of A and address of B, so we will collect that in the pointer variable x, comma, and pointer variable y. Then I'm declaring an extra variable z, which could be used to hold the values temporarily. And now here I'll write the logic to swap the values. How do I do that? Z is equal to star y, which means whatever address is there in y, value of that address is loaded in z. Now address in y was 65522 and value over there, let's take it, value of A is 40 and value of B is 30. So address of A is 65524 and that of B is 65522. So now X has address of A and Y has address of B. So whatever value is there at address of Y, that is this 30, is loaded in Z. Now whatever value is there at address of X, now X has address 65524 and value over there is 40, that I am loading at address which is there in Y, which means 65522. So I'm loading 40, sorry, I'm loading whatever value was there at address of X, that is 40, on this address. So this 40 will be shifted here. At the same time, now Z has the value 30. So that will be loaded into address which is held by X. So X has the address 65524. So 30 is loaded in this address 65524. Now when I print here, printf value at address of X is equal to %d \n and value at address of Y is equal to %d double quotes complete, comma, and let me write it as star X star Y. So here I'll get now 30 and here 40. Why? Because we have just swapped the values. And if you have a look after swapping, how does it look like? So this is 30. Here I'll mention the address, that is 65524, and this address was there in X. Similarly, let me mention it as Y. Y has the address 65522 and here the value which I have just swapped is 40. So very cleverly, by loading the address in X and Y, I have swapped the values. Now if we have a look over here, A also has the address 65524. X has a value that is nothing but address of A. Y has the value which is nothing but address of B. So when you are interchanging the values here, you are actually interchanging the value of A and B. So A was initially 40, B was 30 in main. Here we have exchanged the values. So this has become 30, this has become 40. This 30 is for this memory location, this 40 is for this memory location. So eventually this will be 30 and this will be 40. So when I print here, it is again going to be 30, 40. When I go back to main and when I print the value of A and B, again it is going to be 30 and 40. So initial values that we entered in A and B was 40 and 30 respectively. But after swapping in this function, the values of A and B, both in the calling function as well as called function, has changed to A has become 30 and B has become 40. So that was the objective. When you use call by reference or when you are using a pointer variable in the called function, the values should be swapped both in the called function as well as calling function, which means main and swapped. Well, that's all about understanding the concept of call by reference using pointer variables. To keep learning programming, keep watching programming. Thank you.